For the last 4 years, we have played multiple iterations of a 1.8 experience here on Minecraft Prisons. Well, this weekend, everything is changing. Gone are the days are limited effects, limited cosmetics, and just a whole limited gameplay, really. As this Saturday, December 28th, the 1.20 experience here of Akuma Prisons is going to be launching for the first time ever. This is without a doubt the biggest and best update pretty much since the server launched, and I'm so excited to share with you guys some exclusive first look gameplay of the server here today, but we're going to dive into some of the brand new features, including enchants, components, pets, armor, arcanes, robots, forging, and more. So stay tuned to have the first look at some of the brand new features here on the 1.20 edition of AkumaMC Prisons. Yes, hello everybody, and welcome back into a brand new video. Today we are going to be taking a look at all the new features and all the new insane parts about AkumaMC's brand new 4.0 update. I am super excited for this. I genuinely have not been this excited for a release since I don't even know how long ago. But this is literally the biggest thing that's happened to Akuma since it launched, I think. Like, well, at least for the time I've been here. So I genuinely cannot express to you how exciting this is and how huge this is for the server, because this is one of the biggest changes I have ever seen. I've been through the server and I'm excited to share with you guys all the changes, or at least a heap of the changes that they've made immediately here today. And hopefully this is the first time you will have seen exclusive content of this. Obviously there is some sneak peeks up, which I'll leave down in the description if you want to check those out. Those are kind of more in depth of a couple of the features that I'm going to go over today. But other than that, let's go through some of the key new features. So Pickaxe Enchants, of course, being Minecraft Prisons, enchanting your pickaxe is one of the most important things. Now, you're going to notice that right now I've got a couple of starting enchants. This is actually how you'll spawn in. Obviously, your pickaxe will not be level 500. That is pretty self-explanatory. I've got that so that I can show you guys the enchants here today. But the method of enchanting is very simple. I believe this is carried over, but obviously it looks so much better now. So this is the enchanting menu. Now, these are all unlocked because, of course, I have pickaxe level 500. And again, the method of enchanting this season is going to be using your tokens. And of course, there are gem enchants as well. But although the method is very similar and very familiar, all of the enchants that are in this season are pretty insane. Obviously, if you want to see more in depth of the brand new enchants, then that sneak peek that we did is linked down below. But there are some absolutely ridiculous enchants in here. And I have to say, I'm severely impressed with all of like the animations and everything else this season, because that is like the big thing with going up to 120 is it allows for all of this crazy customization that you guys are seeing right here. This is something which was absolutely limited and could not be done before. Now, one of the new currencies this season is energy. This is how you're going to be getting energy. There's the energy enchant finder here on the pickaxe. Of course, make sure you get that enchanted, because that is going to be super important for you, and that is going to, you know, really make a difference to your season. We'll be going over a little bit of why you'll need energy a little bit later on as well. But the method of enchanting is one of those things that is nice and classic and is carried over. There's not really any need to change that. I think this is realistically the ideal and most convenient way of doing it. It's all there. Right click your pickaxe, token enchants, gem enchants, all your pickaxe information, changing your pickaxe slot, it's all in there on that right click. Of course, in addition to the enchants, there are obviously pickaxe skins. Now, these aren't like skins as in they were in the previous seasons. These are purely cosmetics, which is going to play a big part in this season. Obviously, there's only two right here that you guys can see. We've got the demon and the angel one, but there's going to be huge amounts of these released upon launch, and you know, within a few weeks of launch. So if you're focused on creating a very aesthetically pleasing mining setup, then that one's going to be for you. Components is kind of one of the massive and huge additions this season. Okay, now this is where the render or the pixel artists or whatever they're called have done an insanely good job. So in your mine, you're all going to have this kind of area right here. Everyone has their own private mine. I'm sure you guys know that by now. You're going to have this area right here. Essentially, this is a component slot where you will be getting these components. Actually, there are additional slots, so theoretically you can use multiple components at the same time. Now, the obtaining of components I will go over a little bit later, but once you have them, you can get them at different levels. So right now you'll see that this one's level 5. You simply whack it in there, it'll spawn this component, and then it kind of just has a chance of going off or activating when you're mining. So that is kind of there. That'll sit there. It then does have a cooldown, so after it's gone off, it will have a little cooldown on it, and it will fly, you know, back into the mine once it's ready to. But if you, again, want to see more on components, more about how they work, what they look like, then there is that sneak peek, links down in the description for that, because we did a huge sneak peek on that, which included a preview of pretty much all of the ones that will be there on day one launch. I believe there are a couple that are actually missing out, so that's some interesting information for you, technically that video doesn't include every single component. So yeah, there are actually more to come, which is insane because there is already a massive collection of them. But yeah, these things look insane. You can change them out as and when. Obviously, like I said, we got Colossal Titan in here as well. There is a whole list of insane ones. They obviously all do different things as well, and are all beneficial to your mining journey in their own way. Now, pets have been completely reimagined. This thing is absolutely insane. Let me open a couple of these pet boxes right here. You'll see that there are essentially, you get the pet box, and then you'll get the pet egg out of the box, and then that'll all depend on what pet you get, etc. So let's go ahead and use this right here. For example, we just got a gem pet egg. It's only a level 1, so it's going to give me a 2% boost on gems. And you'll see this thing called Arcane slots. We will go over those here in a moment because those are insanely important. Obviously, the tier of them are at the bottom there. So obviously, the better the tier, the better the pet is going to be. So let's just open a whole bunch of them. We get another rare one right there. We didn't get too good on those ones. But essentially, what you can then do is do /pets. You can then drop one of these in here, or I think you can actually use 2 at a time. So you drop those in there, and then you'll see we've got these beautiful little pets next to us, and they are of course way more reimagined, way better than they've ever looked before. These are actual pets. These are going to chill with you, they're going to come with you, and they're going to help you in your mining journey. You can also just open your inventory, and the pets menu is right there, so you can, you know, whip them in and out as you please. Obviously, you can't use 2 of the same pets like I just tried to do right there. That will not work, so it is worth noting that. But those are there, and they are super awesome. I mean, look at this. Look at this little guy. So yeah, these are actually really, really cool to have around. The cosmetics this season are absolutely insane. The differences between this and a 1.8 experience is absolutely massive. So armor this season. Armor has been changed quite significantly. Now, they are still a feature that will boost currencies, but essentially they're going to be individual armor pieces that will range from different rarities, and the different rarities include different perks. So for example, we've got a rare armor box right here. We'll open it. We've got a piece of energy armor. This, as you can see, comes with 2 arcane slots and is going to boost your energy by 5.3%, and that is at a level 1. Then legendary armor, let's see what we get. We got energy again, but that is at a 6.9% boost, has 1 arcane slot. And then unique armor, which is the best tier, is going to come with 2 arcane slots, 6.9 token gain, 1.5 enchant proc, and 7.2 pickaxe progression. The fleet armor, I believe this to be one of the best pieces of armor that you can get. So you can kind of mix and match these to create your own set and your own boosts. The arcane slots are extremely important, and we will go over those next. So arcanes are basically items that you can use to boost certain aspects of your game. So example, right here, we've got different arcane boxes. We've got rare, legendary, and unique. Let's go ahead and open each one of these. So the rare one was a pickaxe progression one. This is applicable to armor and our pickaxe. So we can either attach this to a piece of armor. If you grab your piece of armor, shift, right click, you can then apply your arcane in there. Then from the legendary, we got Arcane Energize, which is going to give us an energy gain. Again, applicable to pets, our pickaxe, and armor this time. So let's chuck that on our pickaxe. And then the unique tier, this one is Arcane Radiance, and this is going to give me gems gain. Again, applicable to pets, pickaxe, and armor. So for example, because I have an extra slot on my energy armor right here, we can go ahead and we can apply it to that, and that would now be full. So essentially, if you get armor with a lot of arcane slots on them, then that's going to be better because you have more room to add boosts. Obviously, the less arcane slots, the less boosts you have available. You can add those boosts, like I say, to your pickaxe, to your armor, and to your pets. So they all kind of have their individual slots that you're going to want to use. Now, robots have changed completely this season, okay? Obviously, in past seasons, you just kind of get the robots, you apply them, and that's it. They're pretty much done. Whereas, if you come to the back of your mine, you're going to find where your robots work. Right here, we've got some level 5s, and we've got some level 1s. We've got token and energy. Let's place these down and let these guys spawn in. They are all going to come down, and they are actually going to be robots that you will see working away in your mine. They're going to come down here. They're going to come and do what they need to do. And once they've done, you guys will see right here, he's going to extract the energy from these blocks right here. He's going to literally take it all up. And then that guy is going to extract tokens from the blocks right there. He's going to bring it all the way upstairs with us, all the way up to our station at the top right here, our robot storage. Here he comes. He's now going to come in and go ahead and place all that energy that he just mined. He's going to throw it into there. and that is now stored. So if we take a look, you guys are going to see that we now have 3,000 energy that we are able to claim from right here. So that is very, very nice. Very, very cool feature. I'm a big fan of how they've changed that. If you want to pick them up, you just come down here and you right click them and it'll take them out. So right there, just like that. You right click them, you pick them up, and you can sell them. You can do whatever you like with them. Now let's take a look at forging. So at the back left of your mine, you're going to find this forge right here. Now this is essentially a station that you can use as a forge or an upgrade table at the same time. So this is exactly how you can actually upgrade the robots as well. You just go into here, you use the upgrade section, you click the item you want, and you upgrade it for a certain cost. But it is also where you forge the original items that you need. So for example, if we take a look in the forge right now, if we wanted to forge a component of the legendary tier, it's going to cost us a whole bunch of energy: iron ingots, gold ingots, copper ingots, netherite ingots, lapis, diamond, emerald, rubies, and sapphires. Now you may be asking, how do I get those things? Well, we know about energy. Energy is just mined up using the energy finder. And also all of the other resources are also mined up. You'll see at the top middle of my screen right there, as I'm mining, I'm getting the different resources that we need in order to forge those specific items. Now, of course, that's the most expensive one. That's why that's going to cost a lot. But if we want just a basic tier, we can forge a common component recipe here for 5,000 energy, 500 iron ingots, and the gold ingots and copper ingots. So let's forge that. It's giving me an oil drill component to level 1, which we could then take over to our component station right here, and we could place it down, and that is how we've essentially obtained our component. Now, the items that we can forge include components, arcanes, robots, armor, and pets. So essentially everything I've been over today can be forged using this, which all stems from mining. So that's why mining this season and this experience is going to be so much more important than it has ever been before. You can check your resources by opening up your inventory, going into your resource backpack, and it will show you everything in here that you have. Obviously, I did not mine 5 million of these, as that would take you a very, very long time. And let's take a look at guilds, which is kind of like a gang replacement, if you like, or something similar to that. Let's create a guild called LOL. Let's go to our guild home, and this is what it will look like. This is essentially the outside of a prison, of course, and this is your guild area. Now, as you level up your guild, you're going to get a whole bunch of different boosts. This is obviously one of the main selling points to leveling up your guild and having a guild, is that you are eventually going to get a whole bunch of different perks as a guild, which will make a massive difference. There is, of course, then guild wars that you can go ahead and participate in as a guild, and you can go ahead and join these and get rewarded if you win. So there is going to be a PvP aspect to that. And then attached to this are features such as wave crystals, or just crystals in general. You guys are going to be placing these in your guild and they will grow up. You then go ahead and mine them and get specific items and special items out of them, as you guys will see right here. So these are going to be very cool things that you can place as a guild in here as well. But this is a nice little area that you guys can hang out as a guild and do what you need to do. So I think for now, that is everything that I'm going to show you. There are so many more things, little things here on the server that you're going to notice. There are so many quality of life changes that I literally can't even begin to start mentioning. Obviously, the server releases on Saturday. You guys will see this on the Friday if you've watched it as it just come out. If you've watched it at any point that's like 24 hours after this video was released, then the server is now live. Come and join us, Generzon.AkumaMC.net. Your best version to join us here on will be 1.20.6. When you join the server, you will be prompted to use the server resource pack. That is how we're able to do all of these super cool animations and things like that. So please make sure you do accept that. Otherwise, it's going to look extremely weird. But I am so excited for this season. This is without a doubt the biggest, the best, the most insane season that we have ever seen here on Akuma Prisons. Make sure to keep an eye out for episode number 1 here on the channel, because that is going to be insane. And as always, we'll be hosting a massive and huge giveaway for the first episode of the season, making sure that one of you gets access to the top rank and all the perks that come with it. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this showcase and preview of AkumaMC 4.0 Prisons. This is the most insane map, the most epic map that you will ever see, and I cannot wait to see you guys online for the launch tomorrow at 8 PM GMT, 3 PM EST for 4.0 here of Akuma Prisons, the ultimate and best season yet.